Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Monday morning's live stroll. You'll be pleased to know, no rain yet. Been raining overnight. Not a lot of wind. It's fairly pleasant this morning. I think about 8 degrees it said before I left the house. So, yeah, fairly unremarkable weather morning, really. I hope I don't tempt fate when we say that. So what's everybody been up to the weekend? Anything exciting? I'll talk about a couple of things in a minute. And what's everybody up to today? Is it a normal work day, leisure day, school day? What time is it where you are? Where are you watching from? All the normal stuff that we like to ask. So the weekend, Saturday was the normal taking mother to have her hair done. Fairly unremarkable. I think Azra's getting ready to go to the loo. After that we went to James's football match. That was a scoreline that flattered them. I think we talked about this very briefly on Sunday, yesterday, but it was 7-1 to James's team. They're now, I can't remember how many points clear they are now. I want to say it's 8 points clear, but there's a team that's got a couple of games in hand, I believe, on them. But even winning those games in hand, they wouldn't be above us, but we still have to play them twice as well. So you can do the maths, it's not all but done. But certainly got good advantage, rather have the points on the board than anything else, I think. But it was one of those games where they've turned up again where they think they're just going to steamroller the team. And to be fair, they were 3-0 up after 20 minutes. But then they really backed off. They probably started in fourth gear and went down at first. And I don't think they really ever got out of first gear. The goalkeeper wasn't good for the other team, which obviously helps. But yeah, it was needing the manager and me to really G them up all the time, and it's just a little slightly frustrating. As I've said before, they're on the verge of doing something amazing this season, and they've just got to carry on. Push. That was Saturday, really. We did a dump run because we had our bathroom done last week and we had to get rid of all the old stuff. God, some of that stuff was heavy. But yeah, we got all that done. No massive dramas there. And what I had been noticing, guys, since Friday especially, was I'd had a massive hit of subscribers. Huge. And it's one of the hashtags this morning, because I wanted to talk about it. I mean, we've had 35 in the end. Yeah, 35 new subscribers last week. That is almost 3 weeks worth of subscribers. Well, it's more than 3 weeks. I would say 10 a week is my average. In 1 week, we just had such a positive week last week for the channel. It was unbelievable, but yeah, 35. Absolutely incredible, quite frankly. So that was one thing. England, I watched the 2020 World Cup yesterday morning, England versus Nepal. Now, again, it comes back down to underdogs, doesn't it? Crikey, he's finally taken down his Christmas decorations this weekend. Wowzers. Well, outside he has anyway. They're still up indoors. That is incredible. Midway through February almost. Anyway. So, yeah, England scraped, and I mean scraped to the win against Nepal. I mean, it was so squeaky bum against a better team. England would have been annihilated. And they were just very lucky yesterday. And then we talk about the Liverpool match last night. Well, what can I say? I think the right team won, actually. Over the 90 minutes, I think Liverpool in phases were very, very good, but only in phases. The free kick was amazing, and all the different angles they could show that, it was pretty special. But I think it would have been a great result for Liverpool. It would have been daylight robbery had Liverpool won that game. And as I say, I'm always a realist. Come on. I'm always a realist when Liverpool play. And I'll tell you, if I think they're playing crap, I'll tell you. I'm not one of these fans that can only see red all the time. I'll tell you if they've been crap. And as I say, they were in phases, they were very good. But in the first half, they were being manhandled, apart from perhaps sort of towards the end of the half. So, yeah, go on, Azra. A little bit of a shame. The way the game ended with the red card and the disallowed goal. You know, if you're football people, and sometimes it might be nice, the referee would have been actually complimented by the football world if he'd have come and said, it should be a red card, I should disallow the goal. But no, in the spirit of the game, I'm going to let the goal stand, let the player stay on. And I think the vast majority of people would have said to him, well done for that. Azra, come on. You did another wee. Another one. That's a long one. You're looking at me all guilty. Just checking. Good girl. So, yeah, it was just a bit of a horrible way the game ended. And I know there's a letter of the law, but I think all football fans around the world who understand football would have got it. The only people that wouldn't have got it would have been the lawmakers, of course, which is why the referees just sort of tied a little bit, but I think he could have made a statement yesterday, quite frankly. Anyway, that's that. To today, what happens at work, we'll see when we get there. Who knows? You never say it's going to be a great day, a bad day. Just deal with it as it happens. Mondays are always busy for me, because when I'm in, first thing, I always start doing my paperwork, believe it or not, for the following week. And start prepping. I like to get it done and out of the way on Mondays. That way, the rest of the week I can concentrate on the week and also the following week, filling it up as well. So there's reasons for the madness. People might say, why do you do it all in one go? Well, it makes my life easier, to be honest. So it's been a bit of a funny old morning for viewing this morning, which is fine. After last week, as I was just talking about, I'm not going to moan about viewing and subscriptions because we had such a fantastic week last week. One bad morning ain't going to hurt, but yeah, it's been quite quiet this morning and we're out at the same time, as we always are. Yesterday's morning stroll was a daylight stroll, and that was a busy morning yesterday morning. Although, believe it or not, no subscribers from the stroll yesterday morning, which was quite incredible because it was the most watched of the week yesterday. Anyway, we can have a bad morning, can't we? So we are going to do the long stroll this morning. So when we get to the end here, we're going to be doing a left up the hill and round. I feel quite tired this morning, guys. I seem to wake up about 25 to 5, so before the alarm. And I just felt, I could do with not getting up this morning. But of course this one has to be taken, and if I leave it late, it all just becomes a bit of more of a frantic morning. Azra going to the loo again. These bags are annoying, guys. Come on. So we're going up the hill. This is the worst bit for me of the stroll with my leg. I haven't mentioned that at all this morning. And to be honest with you, it's just been aching a little bit over the last couple of days. Nothing bad. Saturday morning, I was standing on the side of the football pitch, was particularly bad, but then it's got standing for 2 hours. But as a rule, it's just this dull ache at the minute. I've done my exercises this morning, as you know, on a Monday, Wednesday and Friday. It gets done. So from that point of view, I was expecting it to be. I've started doing the squats now as well. That's hard work, guys. That's hard work. But no pain, no gain. As I say, we've got the... Come on, Azra. We've got the surprise holiday fast approaching as well, guys. Absolutely. Go on. That is just over a month away, literally just over a month. So we've got to be as right as we can for that, because I intend to do lots of content whilst we're away. Some of the days I'm not quite sure what we'll do, but a couple of days I've got things in my head planned. Other days it's just going to be chilling out, so it is a difficult one. But I'll be going out every morning for a stroll, a live stroll for a start. That much I do know. And we'll just see what happens from there, really. Who knows? Come on, Azra, lead on. You're out of sync this morning, dog, as well. I'm going to carry this bag longer than I wanted to. Next bin is about 5 minutes from here when we get to the high street. As I say, a relatively quiet morning for viewers this morning. People have been flicking in and out, but nothing great, so that's all right. You get mornings like that where it's pretty quiet on the viewing front. As I say, after last week though, and the amount of subscribers we gained doesn't worry me. 35 guys last week, 35. 5 away from 800. So if you are new here and can help, hit the old subscribe and like. Quite incredible. just how it accelerated towards the end of last week. Got a car coming from behind, so we need to bring her in. Come on, Azra, good girl. That's a micro friend. Goes past every morning without fail. And let's listen to a little bit of bird song for a few moments, guys. Little Ralph is wading and said hi from the comfort of his bed. As I said, a very quiet morning this morning, viewing wise. All good, no problem. I don't have to keep talking constantly. We can just enjoy the bird song. It is early, but normally we have our morning owls that are always on. We've been getting sort of 200 to 300 viewers every morning. I did a couple of different hashtags this morning on the Stroll because I wanted to point out about the subscribers from last week, but maybe I shouldn't have put that in. Anyway, as I say, one morning, not a problem for me. And we're on the darkest section of the Stroll now as well, where we're relying heavily on all our lights to guide the way. Sometimes it's quite nice just to be alone with your thoughts, guys. This is when I do my thinking when I'm out on my strolls, or it was before I started doing these live strolls. So it's quite nice sometimes when you're having a quiet morning, just to listen to what's going on around you and what have you. Go on, good girl. Let's say people flicking in and out, which is fine. It's coming up to, what is it now, 5:30 AM here in the UK. And as I said before, it's been a quiet morning, viewing wise, but that's all right. Azra and me can enjoy the bird song together. Come on. Good girl. We're now just about to hit the high street in about 30 seconds if Azra gets a move on. Haven't seen or heard any of the buses this morning. Maybe we'll see one of them in a bit. Which one? Who knows? Could be the coach, could be the big bus. Come on. Good girl. We'll have better light in a minute, guys, because we'll be on the high street. Come on. Good girl. Right, let's go. So this is the southerly tip of the village where we are now, and we now are making our way to almost the most northerly point of the village. Not quite. That sounds horrendous, doesn't it? South to north. How long is that going to take him? It's about 15-20 minutes from here, guys, so it's not all bad. If you've been with me before, you'll know. If you haven't, you'll see if you stick with it. Anyway, it's quite a calm morning this morning, being helped by the fact we've not really got any weather drama this morning. It is supposed to be, again, off and on, wet all week. James has got the weekend off next weekend from football, which is absolutely fab, because Julian and I are actually going away. And it was an away game, and it was probably about an hour away, the game. Maybe hit an exaggeration there, 45-50 minutes. But I had to go across quite a busy intersection where there's loads of roadworks going on. Even on Saturday morning, it's a pain. So I thought to myself, I wouldn't mind if he got rested. I didn't say anything, and just by luck, he's been rested. Perfect. So we can leave around lunchtime, as originally planned, but without all the rushing around. I thought I was going to have to get up early, get packed, make sure Julie had got packed before we went, all that sort of stuff. Then get home, shower, no rushing. Absolutely brilliant. Come on. We're going to a Valentine's ball in one of our favourite hotels, the Imperial, which is in Great Yarmouth. People say, oh, Great Yarmouth. The hotel is 100% top notch. We don't go for Great Yarmouth, we go for the hotel and the service. Yes, of course, we go for a walk down the pier and stuff like that, of course we do. But you sort of try and switch off to all the other stuff. I mean, it is going downhill. And, you walk up the high street and some of it's not nice. But if I get a chance in the summer, we'll do a 2026 walk around. Hopefully the old leg will be better. We'll take the dogs one Sunday or something, and we'll go for a proper stroll. And you get a taste of it, but I won't be doing much of that. We will go for a walk and probably will vlog it, but we won't be going to the pier perhaps, maybe slightly further, but we'll just see how we get on. And the weather, of course, all makes a difference. It's nice for the dogs sometimes to get out on the beach. Come on, come on. There's a few little trips this year. I think something happening almost every month. Maybe nothing in June as of like June or July I can think of at the minute trip-wise. But obviously this month, Valentine's. Next month, what's happening next month? Maybe I'm talking rubbish there. Maybe there isn't anything happening in March. Oh yes, of course there is, yes. A surprise holiday at the end of March into April, yeah, that's what I'm thinking about it. May, James has got a football tournament abroad. Julie and James again. I've got some peace and quiet for one of the bank holiday weekends. Azra just trying to trip me over there, guys. June seems quiet, July seems quiet. August we're going away. September into October we're away. And then November and December is the gentle slide down to Christmas, isn't it? There you go, I've said it already. It's a C word. New McLaren gets launched today, Formula 1 car. think it's live on YouTube at 3 o'clock. So you know what I'll be doing at 3 o'clock, don't you guys? Be on YouTube. Very lucky at work. I get my stuff done, but I also, in between, have quite a lot of free time. I don't know why that car was clicking. But again, it's how you manage your day. I always say, with that, as soon as the car comes in, I'm straight on it, getting things invoiced, the parts on it and all that sort of stuff. So when it comes back to me, whatever time that may be, there's no mad panic. I'm always ahead. Unless it's really busy, I'm always ahead rather than behind. And that is lovely. Go on, Azra. So we've got a couple more people flicking in and out, I've just noticed. So we are well over halfway around now. 1.4 miles coming up. That's not bad. This morning we'll be easily pushing over 2 miles when we get home. I don't feel like I'm heavily breathing this morning. Someone commented on it, I think it was Friday or Saturday. And I stand by what I said that morning. It was flipping cold. And I wonder whether it just gets to your lungs more when you're talking and walking and everything else. Because I don't feel anywhere near that this morning, or yesterday for that matter. Go on, go on, go on. Keep going. There's the person with a dog. So we just got ahead of that, which is good. I wouldn't have wanted him in front, because she'd have pulled and pulled and pulled. But it is true, I think, the colder it is, the more it gets to your chest. Maybe, don't know. Certainly don't feel breathless, that's for sure. Maybe I'm just getting fitter finally. Come on. Weighed myself on Friday morning, as I always do. Now Fridays are my weigh-in day for the carnage of the weekend usually. And I'm holding now at about 15 stone, so I have come down in weight. That's the positive thing, but a long way to go to get down to the weight I was for the cruise. That's for sure, but all getting back to doing all this walking is all massively helping. That's for sure. There's been lots of things annoying you this morning, hasn't there, Azra? The car clicking, the barber shop has left his windy thingy on. All these strange noises, eh? If you weren't with me earlier on, guys, the guy has finally taken down his Christmas decorations outside over the weekend. What is it today? Is it the 10th of Feb? I think it's the 10th, isn't it, today? 9th, 10th. 9th, I think. So, quite ridiculous how long they've been up and on. It's only in the last week he's actually turned them off. Absolute madness, to be honest. And that guy who I said had a dog didn't actually have a dog. But I feel that person in front might do. So we might have to change up the stroll that we do ever so slightly. We'll see. Because Azra will be pulling like crazy. If they have. Can't see at the minute. They've got a light, but then so did that other person. That's why I thought they have a dog. I think they have got a dog. Actually, yes, they have. All of a sudden, it's a hive of activity this morning. And is that person carrying on along the high road? Yeah, they are. And they have definitely got a dog. I think people are stealing my ideas, aren't they? I haven't got a brake light, but obviously they've got a light, some sort of light. Not on the dog, on themselves. Maybe it's a torch, I don't know. But I bet to have as much not in your hand as possible when you've got a dog, for sure, in my opinion. Especially you've got an excitable one like her as well. And we really are catching up. That is a small dog as well. Thank you for the like. Good morning to East J, how you doing? Thanks for joining up this morning. Been a quiet morning for views. Do make sure we like and subscribe. If you're new here, we are out every morning with the fabulous Azra. And so this morning we have got someone in front with a dog, but they're far enough ahead at the minute. It's not causing too much lag, but I don't want to catch them up too rapidly. So they're walking a decent lick, so that's good. So we don't have to change our stroll. We've got a few options if we need to, but at the minute we're all right. Azra's clocked it already. She's always on it. Another car coming. But still no buses this morning, guys, which are the ones that really set her off. I think that person might even be jogging, you know. Whatever, they've just gone round the bend. Now I can see him again. Don't know how that happens. Either they're jogging slowly or walking fast, because at different times I seem to catch them up. Definitely not raining yet. If I can get home and have a dry morning. I mean, people must have been laughing last week, because every morning I seem to get soaked. Listen to that, guys. Spring is coming. That was right above my head. Beautiful. Another car from behind, that shouldn't be a problem. And if you are new here, welcome to the channel. Do like and subscribe. We're probably about 10 minutes away from finishing now, guys. So if you are just joining up, I'm sorry about that. You're more than welcome to watch the replay when it comes out. Another car from behind, still no buses. Is it funny? The exact same time we do this stroll, within 5 minutes usually, I see the same guy in the micro every morning. And some of these cars are probably the same as well. I can't necessarily see them always when it's dark. But the buses, they're very hit and miss. Pretty much like the normal service, isn't it, I guess? God, I'm so thankful we don't have to use the buses. Azra, path, come on. just making sure that person with the dog isn't anywhere. I think they must have done left. I thought they went straight on around here, but anyway, not in view now. There is sort of an incline round to the left of that pavement up there, which obviously sometimes obstructs what you can see. Another car from our left coming up their driveway. Again, see them most mornings leaving at this time. Azra, good girl. People have the same routine during the week. It's quite incredible how you can almost set your watch by people. Not the buses, but by people generally, including myself. I'm sure there are people who think, oh, I see him every morning. And when you don't see someone, you think to yourself, oh, are they all right? In most cases, people are on holiday, aren't they, or whatever. But you do sometimes think, oh, I haven't seen them for a few days or whatever. Very sad story from Friday, actually. There was an old lady locally that was found, allegedly, but I think it's all correct, found dead in her house. The family couldn't get in, couldn't contact her, so they had to break into the house on Friday. And I just think that's really sad. You know, I was saying this to Mum, funnily enough. You know, she's very, very lucky that we as a family unit are all very close. And I speak to Mum every day, in some cases twice a day. You know, and if I ever rung her at lunchtime and I couldn't get her, and then I rung her at night and I still couldn't get her, the first place I would go is to her house to make sure everything was all right. And I've always got my key on me. But if family don't speak for a few days, a week, whatever at a time, you can work it out for yourselves. It's not a very nice scene to come to, is it? So, yeah, that's sad, but life's evolution as well, isn't it, unfortunately? Guarantees in life. Once you're here, you're born, you pay taxes, you die. Very morbid this morning, guys. Alright, we're going to wrap this one up now, guys. Have a great Monday, whatever you're up to. And we will catch up tomorrow. Cheers, guys.